Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this morning. We got a good show lined up, a special guest here, all kind of information and good stuff to talk about. But let's get started with the weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today is getting all the way up to 93. That's what we got here for this National Weather Service now. A low tonight 72. Water temperature is 87, which is about normal right now, sort of in between. The river readings, take a look at the Apalachicola, Bluntstown. It's in good shape. It's reading a 3.5, and we're looking at let's go down to the Choctaw Caryville. The Choctaw Caryville is reading a 5.3. We're talking about it going up. It's still going to go up some more, and it's going to hopefully, well, my chart has it still going up. So it's brought to us by Mountain Dew. Take it outside with Mountain Dew. Now, looking at our tide chart, brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. All week long, we talked about what a great tide we're having. It continues today. The high tide this morning at 9:15 a.m. and then low tonight at 7:30. Pretty even numbers there. Good, strong, outgoing tide. So keep that in mind. Now, a marine forecast, we're looking at, it's going to be coming, it looks like here it's going to be coming out of the southwest at about, we got northeast today at 10. And we're going to be affected some by the storm coming in, so keep an eye on that. And we'll be getting a lot of that north wind, looks like, with a circle going on. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, and look who's here this morning, Officer Travis Basford. Travis.
Good morning.
Good morning, Travis. We just about didn't get started on time because we were talking so much about everything going on, and the biggest thing going on now is just scallops. And you've been on both sides of it. You've been a consumer and a law enforcement officer. So
that's right.
We're glad to have you, and glad we're getting here right before Labor Day weekend, because I know a lot of you viewers are going scalloping this weekend. So Travis, let's get started, buddy. You got a lot to talk about.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have seen both sides of it. Actually got to go, and as everyone knows, we're having a great year. Coach relayed that count earlier, and it is just. It's really, really good. Consider what we've seen in several past, seasons. And we did good. We went over with some friends of ours last weekend. You can transit now. So
explain to people what a transit route is. This is interesting now.
So in years past, they were not allowing this, but now you can actually go through a closed area as long as you're in transit, so in direct travel from, let's say, what a lot of people are doing, from Bay County to Gulf County by vessel. And then they either go offshore or go the Intercoastal Waterway, go over Scallopin, Gulf County, St. Joe Bay, and then travel back to Bay County. So as long as you're not coming back in Bay County and jumping in the water and snorkeling, just going back to your ramp. And we checked some people, I guess opening weekend, they went all the way from Lynn Haven, so they went from Porter Park, Bailey Bridge, all the way to St. Joe Bay by vessel. That's a long run.
That is a long run.
And then went scalloping and then came all the way back. So it's a pretty run, but it's pretty good distance on a boat, and as long as you got pretty good weather, it's not bad at all. So that's what we did, and it was fun.
Are you seeing very many people out there?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
We've talked about it on the show.
Yeah, it's very, very busy.
It's amazing the number of people. And you're seeing a lot of people now coming down from Georgia.
Seeing a lot of people from Georgia, seeing locals, seeing people from Bay, seeing people from Franklin, and then people just from Gulf. And it is, the word's out that it's a real good season, and people are out there. So, but I'm glad they're getting to enjoy it, because it's been kind of down. We've had some decent years, and it's something that all ages love to do. So. But yeah, on the whole scallop thing, and we were talking about too, are people following their bag limits? And most people are, but we always have those few. And I just remember hearing opening day, I was working and coming over from Bay County, but just in a small 2 or 3 hour window, I heard 5 or 6 over the bag limit cases getting made over there in Gulf County. And that's people, our officers checking on the water at the ramps, different things like that. So, when you have 1 pot of clean meat or 2 gallons whole, I mean, if you do that for your boat or for your people, that's a lot of scallops to clean, and makes a good meal. So everyone just follow your bag limits. Use a pint-sized container You know, you can find one of those or a pint Ziploc bag for your clean meat, and then you know, we have, and you can go to Ace Hardware, you can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, get a 2-gallon bucket if you want to measure your whole ones, whatever you plan to do. And a lot of people, if they have time, they're cleaning them on the water. One less thing you got to do once you get back in. So, but I know y'all went.
Yeah, we had a great time, and it's just special to do that for us, and it's always been a family tradition. Now, when you went, you said you found a bunch of them too.
We did, yeah, we did really good. It was just, yeah, within probably 30, 40 minutes we had our limit, and then I started doing kind of what you've got
Let's talk
here,
about this.
which I saw Coach has this, and you know, after I was down there 10 minutes, you know, there's all sizes down there, and I was trying to get some of the bigger ones, and I know that's something that you've stressed in years past, and I don't know if that's something they're going to do in the future, but I mean, why wouldn't you want more? A bigger scallop, you know what I mean? Let those little ones go. So, anyways.
And the thing about it too, and really this year, especially this year, these smaller ones, if they can make it through the season, which is only a couple more weeks, then they're going to be the ones spawning.
Correct.
In a couple of months. The smaller ones will be a lot bigger, and they'll be spawning in November, December, mainly November. So that's important to let those little ones go.
Right. And a lot of people have different theories on why it's such a good season, the hurricane or that new cut, or it's just a bumper crop, but whatever the reason, it's great. And one thing I did see while I was out there is some dive flag stuff.
You did?
I just wanted to address, yep, and you know, that's the thing, anytime I'm off and hunting and fishing, it's hard to kind of, well, I'm not going to address those things, but anyways, it was just the main things I was seeing is, number one, people just slow down because there are so many boats out there. I mean, when you get, you know, south and east of Black's Island and all around, and Presnell's right outside Presnell's, that channel, people just, you can almost go boat to boat, and just stay 300 feet away in open waters from a dive flag. If you have to go inside that, make sure you're at idle speed. That's just putting your vessel in gear and enough to maintain steerage. And then another thing too I saw a lot is when you're done snorkeling or diving, take your dive flag down, because people are easing around with their flags up and people don't know if they have people in the water or what, and it just desensitizes people to that flag. We want people, when they see that flag, immediately slow down, start looking, making sure I'm 300 feet away, there's nobody in the water. And then another thing too, the divers need to stay within 300 feet of their flags. They get on a hole, or they go to another hole, and then before you know it, they're too far away from their flag. So those are things I was seeing a lot of, and just reminders for people, everyone, to be cognizant and be aware of your dive flags and make sure you're doing everything properly, because that's the last thing we want is someone to get, you know, run over or something like that. So
it's been a pretty safe year so far.
It has.
And we're talking about 300 feet. We're always talking about the length of a football field. That's why we rule of thumb, and then everything we do over there on the water.
Correct. That's easy for everyone or most people to relate to. So, anyways, really good season. It's going to be open until September 15th. So, yeah, after this weekend, I know it'll be really busy over there. We got at least a couple more weeks to go get them.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So glad you're with us this Thursday morning. We got a lot more information covered. It's always great to get Travis here. This is good, you know, straight. We're shooting it straight from the FWC, and so keep us posted. What's going on now?
Oh, I just wanted to go over some dates that we had opening up, and then talk a little bit about some of our reef fish stuff, because I've been getting a lot of questions on snapper.
Okay.
And we can start with that, and then we'll go into gator and stuff. But so here's the thing too, and I know we've had our marine fisheries biologist for Northwest Region, Mike Norberg, on the show before. He's going to be able to come back on.
Good.
We're going to try to get him back on next time to talk about some of the reef fish stuff. But I've been getting a lot of questions on the water about a possible fall red snapper season. As we know, this snapper season in particular, we had a pretty good season lengthwise, but we had some rough weather, and a lot of people expressed concern and you know, about that. So as far as a fall red snapper season, there's nothing been set in stone yet. They haven't determined if and what kind of fall season they can have, but while still preventing the quota overages, because we talk always about that annual catch limit and stuff like that, and they don't want to go over that because then it could be penalized for the next year. But they're continuing to look at options. So more to come. Stay tuned on that. If and when that is going to happen with red snapper. Hopefully Mike can talk a little more about that next month when he comes on. Deal. So we had a lot of questions about that. And then, you know, we had alligator season open up August 15th. Really in our area, it's been kind of slow. You know, I guess all I can attribute it to is still the storm damage on the Chipola River, Apalachicola. I haven't seen a whole lot on Deer Point, but there have been some people going, so that's going to run August 15th through November 1st. And the same things every time on that. I just want to preach everybody hunt your phase. Make sure you got your gator legally tagged, and then use your legal methods of harvest. Those are common violations there. So to the west of us, they've seen a little more activity, but it's been kind of slow over
You know,
here.
you brought up a good point. I thought about all the storm damage with the trees down and way back up in those sloughs and back in the swampy area. And,
Right.
So which means next year, when it gets sort of cleared out a bit more, the gator's going to be a little bit bigger. That's why we're talking about bucks too. You know, this year buck's going to be bigger.
You're right, maybe so, and able to hide and you know, get away for a season. So.
And that was a documented case. I haven't talked about it yet. Real quick, a guy had his hand almost bit off by a gator in Central Florida, in one of those hunts down there. So
Hot
you don't want to reach down close to them because they will bite you.
Yes, they will, in a heartbeat. And so good luck, you know, in alligator season, and just make sure y'all are following the rules. Amberjack seasons, it opened in August 1st, going to be open till Halloween, October 31st, and then we got gag grouper till the end of the year. I've been seeing some nice amberjack, but haven't seen a whole lot of gag. It's been kind of slow. You know, it's so hot, and those fish have moved off. You got to go pretty good ways
Now,
out.
you have been seeing some good sized amberjack?
Oh yeah,
Decent
yeah,
size,
especially with the divers now. They have brought some hosses in.
I have the.
Yeah, because they've had them scouted out, you know, on some of their bridge spans and big artificial places where AJs like to hang out. So, and then also before I come on again, probably going to have early wood duck and teal.
We mentioned that the other day. We gave the dates and all. You got any kind of scouting reports or?
No teal yet. I always talk to my cousins. I've got some cousins up in Southwest Michigan to see if they're seeing any blue wings, because usually they see them, and within a couple weeks, they filter down. They're the first one to migrate, and that's why they kind of have this special season, because actually in the Panhandle we don't really get a lot of blue wings other than in September. You know, they push down south, and I remember when I was in Palm Beach, they'd get up and just black out the sky. There were so many of them because they winter down there and even south of there.
So that's where they stop down there around the Palm Beach area.
Well, a lot of them do.
Okay,
Yeah, a lot
that's
of them
interesting. I didn't know that.
They actually, some of them will go on down into Central America and into the Caribbean, but a lot of them winter right there in South Florida.
Okay.
You know, and South and Southeast Florida. So, but one thing too with that I wanted to address, and this was like this for a long time with the teal bag limit being 4, it's now 6. That is a change with early wood duck and teal. Now you can only still have 2 wood ducks during early season, 3 during regular, but teal you can have 6. So during that, you know, the first phase or first section of that early season, which is the 21st through the 25th of September, it's teal and wood ducks. So you can have 6 teal, 2 wood ducks, no more than 6 total. So you could have 2 woodies and 4 teal.
6 total, the aggregate.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, and the combination. And then after that, the teal only season, the 26th through 29th, is only teal only, but you can have 6, where in years past, it's been 4. So.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yep, so just wanted to let everyone know on the up there on the bag limit on teal, and then hopefully I'll be here before first phase of dove comes in, probably. That's going to be on the 28th of September, so I'll probably be in.
You'll be here before then. But.
Right, we can talk about baiting as we always do, and the bag limits and how, you know, the rules and regulations pertaining to dove hunting. So,
Are your cousins all up there in Jackson County, or have they given any kind of dove report yet?
Chuck Hatcher, well, he said that we're going to try to have a hunt if the birds come in. So we do have a nice peanut field, and it's all dependent on if they show and if they show at the right time. So. It's, you know how that everyone knows that's tricky, you know, with a cold front or whatever. So
yeah, we always say we don't like to talk about it too much on the show about the opening day, because somehow the dove get word of it and they leave.
Yeah, we
I
sent out
was
that
talking
email.
to a guy there around Malone. He said there's thousands of them up there now, but he said they're going to leave before the season. It's crazy. And that's what happened before.
Yeah, they did. They've done it on ours, and it's just hard to time it, you know. And now we've got that. It's moved up to September now 2 or 3 years. It used to always be that first Saturday in October, and you try to get the early before the local birds leave, and then sometimes it's still. It just all depends on weather and a lot of different things.
What the weather's going to do.
Exactly.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I was going to save this till the end.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, it's just been busy. We're wrapping up summer and just making that transition into going to be working some hunting, and I'm looking forward to next time, you know, talking more about the new deer regulations. And how everyone's gonna, you know, that's gonna be addressed, and just going into detail, because that is a very big change from hunting and game management. You know, having the season bag limit and all those things for whitetail deer.
That is something big this year, and we're going to talk about that in detail and all. But really, in closing out this segment, we want to make sure everybody understands that scallop limit, and make sure you, like we do, we got a 5-gallon bucket, but if it's just gallon, I've got it marked at 4 gallons. I poured 4 gallons of water and got a mark right there. So you like I say, buy a 2-gallon bucket if it's just you, or 2-2-gallon buckets, whatever. But
right.
And a pint bag. I mean, you know what a pint measurement. So I know y'all. It's still hard to believe people are going to break the law on that one.
They will, and it's just like anything, you know, when there's so much of them, you know, so you just kind of get excited, and that's why, you know, there's some discretion with officers. But the easiest way is just get your whole limit, and then if you want to clean on the boat, you know you've got your gallon limit, and then just start cleaning, you know, and then, you know. So that's anyways, right. But yeah, everyone just please follow those limits, because we're gonna have a lot of officers out there working, as you've probably already seen. So. All
right, sounds good. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Listen, we're going to do a giveaway real quick while Travis is here. You know, we had a trip down to St. Augustine at the fish bite plant, and they gave us some stuff to give away, so we're going to give away a package of fish bites, a nice fish bite cap, and this shirt says cast, catch, and repeat. It's a fish bite shirt, and all kind of cool stuff. So, Travis, I'm going to let you draw a name out of here.
All right.
And you come by Fox 28 Studio and pick it up. We got one more Ralph by. You need to come by and get yours.
Joey Melvin.
Joey Melvin. Joy. All right, we're going to put you with it and sit right back here. We got to get started now on our case of the month. Before we get started on our case of the month, let's go ahead and look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Only one time, 12:09 to 2:09, right in the middle of the day. It might be a little bit warm, but that's our time. All right, case of the month, officer. What we got?
Case of the month. So this one, you know, in the summertime, you know, we tend to Panama City, Destin, Pensacola, you know, even down Carabel. The saltwater kind of overshadows, but I want to recognize some of these inland and freshwater guys that do a real good job for us as well. And officers Taylor Tyson, S.B. Letcher, and Travis Parrish. Now, this is Walton, Washington County crew, and they did a really good job, made a really good case on the Chattahoochee River. So they were on patrol on the river on a night shift. They come up on 2 individuals, kind of come up behind them, made contact with one, and he said that they were just getting frogs.
Getting frogs.
And so then person number 2, though, was kind of being evasive and kind of had his back to him a little bit, started fiddling with his hands. So the officers get on up there, so you want to make sure he's secure in the vessel, and all of a sudden he throws something overboard. So they get on up there, do a full inspection, and see some evidence that they had been shocking fish. Okay, they already did just getting started, so they just had 2 catfish on board. So person number 2 thought he was going to get out of a ticket by throwing the device over, but what he did is he got himself another ticket. So they get on up there, do an inspection, had evidence that they were illegally shocking freshwater fish, plus they had, after a short interview, admission, which, you know, now we have these right here, so that's all recorded. And so they charged them both with illegal method of take for freshwater fish, because using the shocker, and then also the guy that threw the shocker, charged him with interference with an FWC officer. So he got an extra charge for doing that. And that's one thing, you know, a great case by Taylor Tyson, S.B. Letcher, and Travis Parrish up there. They do a really good job for us, and they actually that day had made another good freshwater resource case up there on the river. So those guys working hard and did a really good job. But, you know, people think that whether it's a fish or, you know, had people try to, you know, throw fish, ducks, hide different things, shocking devices, that just gets you another charge, because you're interfering now with the investigation of an officer. So anyway, so great job by those guys up there on Chattahoochee.
And Taylor Tyson, Holmes County boy. So good job, fellas. And we, you know, I just laugh at these, because it's just beyond me how, you know, go to the fish market, you want a lot of fish. If not, you just go catch you some. But anyway, we'll talk about that. I'm not one to judge, but if you see someone breaking the law, now I had a picture sent to me from folks up in Walton County. People have been dumping a lot of trash by boat ramp. Now, is that the sheriff's department need to check that out, or y'all check it out?
Well, we'll work that stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah. The sheriff's department will, and we will as Fish and Wildlife. And yeah, we hate to see that. And if you see that, please call us. Call that wildlife alert number that I know Jeff's put on the screen before. Call our dispatch. Call the office, because that's something that, you know, we're not going to tolerate that kind of stuff. And
All right.
you know, but yeah, we will work that stuff. So great case by those guys, and you know, like I said, when I started off saying this, that a lot of times the inland crews, it kind of gets overshadowed in the summer by the saltwater stuff.
Right.
But they work just as hard as we do up there, and they do a really good job up there. So.
And how's our night hunting been this summer?
Well, they starting, you know, as soon as
It's coming the season, isn't it?
it is, yeah. As soon as the bucks start, and they're in velvet still, but racks are pretty much grown. So yeah, we've had some go on. It hadn't got too hot and heavy yet, but they've started. And so our guys, especially the inland guys there, you know, always do a really good job. And I know I share some of those cases when we get into hunting season even more. So yep, they do. And it's staying busy, and it's fun to make this transition. Now we just need the cooler weather to kind of follow with it, because man, it's been hot.
And I will say over and over again, it's our job as conservationists, as outdoorsmen and hunters and fishermen to help our law enforcement. When we see something going wrong, you know, they can't be all over the place. We got to let them know. And especially, you can see people night hunting, and you can hear them. A lot of our cases that y'all get, somebody, one of the neighbors hears a gunshot at 12 o'clock.
That's right.
And calls y'all.
They do, and then that starts, you know, it kind of starts us in the right direction, and that's really good. And you know, that wildlife alert program, that's what it was created for. Whether it be a deer case, a fish case, you know, whatever. If you see somebody violating, you call us, and then you're eligible for a cash reward. That's what the program was created for, is to try to help, you know, law enforcement and the general public in working together to try to catch some of these violators, because we're spread thin, really. If you think about it, compared to a lot of other agencies. So it's a great program.
Okay, well, we're going to be down there at St. Joe Bay this weekend. Hope to see you. And y'all make sure you keep the limit. Now, you know what the limit is. And we'll see everybody. Y'all have a good, safe Labor Day weekend. We'll be on the show again tomorrow. Going to give away some stuff. But got some good stuff coming up. Travis, as always, we appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. Enjoyed as always.
Looking forward to see you next time. Y'all do something good today for your fellow man. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.